Following Native American footpaths dating back at least 1,000 years, El Camino del Diablo has been traveled by conquistadores, explorers, missionaries, settlers, miners, and cartographers. Also known as Camino del Muerto, the Road of the Dead, crossing the Devil's Highway exposes one to unforgiving terrain and potentially unforgiving conditions. Historically, it is known for the thousands who have perished while attempting to travel it. I suppose that's why a group of friends and I decided, let's go, after reading a New York Times article about this amazing route.
So we have the group together here in Ajo. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day one of El Camino del Diablo.
Looks like we got a bogey to the left with an American flag on the antennae. Thank you.
Closely at a map, we are going to cross the northwest corner of it. Are nasty.
Our stop is up here on the left. You see that building? It's the gate. If we're allowed to go in there, we're going to go through a gate and go up there.
I'm going to go check out Bates Well here. Have a little lunch.
Henry Gray lived here until 1976, last owner of the Bates Well. He was permitted to do that until his death, although it's contrary to National Park Service policy to a lot of people to own private lands.
Growler Wash. So we just crossed into the Cabeza Prieta, and there was a ranger here. We're supposed to divide up into, the original plan was 2 groups of 3. He said because of the distance that we're maintaining between each other, that we're fine as is. They're just concerned about being out here and having to pass a large group of people that are closely clumped together.
Let's choose your own adventure there. I definitely had some rain. This area is called Chinaman Flat. Chinaman Flat.
Why, you know, how the name come by? You know, who's the Chinaman that prompted that name?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I mean, there were so many Chinese that came over with the building of the Transcontinental Railroad and the opening of the West. There's a huge settlement north of Prescott called Chino Valley where the Chinese settlement for a while. That's a good point. So north of here, at about 3 o'clock from our current position, about 8 miles up there, you'll see a mountain range that is steep and jagged. Those are known as the Granite Mountains, and that was where a very famous case of migrant deaths in the desert occurred. And so there were 26 migrants who attempted to cross together, and 14 of them died. And 12 of them came wandering out of the desert, blackened with, you know, their skin cracking, having had no water on the verge of death. They made their way to Border Patrol, and then when Border Patrol began investigating, they found 14 people dead in those mountains over there. They're known as the Yuma 14 now. This is a very treacherous and dangerous route. By some estimates, over the centuries, 2,000 people have died along this road.
And this is where we're going to camp for the night.
We set up camp that evening at Papago Well. The temperature was moderate, but the sky was somewhat boring for photography. Tonight would be my first dinner trying a new overlanding philosophy with Gladiator, minimalism, to include no cold food storage.
Warfighter recommended, warfighter tested, warfighter approved. U.S. government property, commercial resale is unlawful. Just so you know, I'm retired military, and I bought this in the commissary, so I guess I'm legal. Pizza slice, pepperoni. I don't think I need the oven with this. It has some sort of a self-heater. It's been years since I've eaten these. Crackers, vegetable. Don't eat this. I think this might be the heater. Yep, this is the heater. You fill it with water. I do remember this vaguely from my days in Desert Storm. Oh, toilet paper, just in case I might need that. Sugar and other sundries. Chocolate protein drink powder. A spoon. Never eaten pizza with a spoon before. Cheese spread with jalapenos. This stuff is good. Oatmeal cookie TFF. I'll leave it for the comments where you tell me what TFF means. Pepperoni pizza with cheese and sauce. And finally, ooh, cherry blueberry cobbler. I think I'm going to like this. All right, let's see how we do this. Well, fold it over. I don't think the microphone's picking that up, but it's sizzling. Okay, ooh, it's getting hot. Doesn't feel particularly warm. It's been about 15 minutes, I think. I don't think this is going to be the kind of pizza you might get at the pizza bar there in Edgewood, New Mexico. Yeah, this is just fairly lukewarm. Oh well. I'm sure some of you will help me by posting in the comments what I did wrong. Okay, yeah, that's what it looks like. Kind of like eating cold pizza the next day. Okay, so the pizza wasn't much. And the oatmeal cookie was alright. Typical MRE oatmeal cookie. Almost like it's stale. It has to be hard in order to survive the rigors of military duty. But this blueberry cobbler, yeah, this is good stuff here. Oh yeah. The jalapeno cheese was also quite tasty. Yeah, good stuff. So whose fire pit is this?
Whose fire pit is that?
Tell me about it, Mike.
I drove right by this and I did not see this fire pit.
I don't remember the name of it. I got it at one of the expos.
Oh yeah?
Expos. Actually, I've worked with that company before. They make a fire blanket to put over your regular fire. So when the wind's blowing, you go to bed at night, you put it over. It's got the little louver on top to let air in.
Sit down there, Austin.
So it can burn at night. You can put it right there.
Yeah.
So I was familiar with their product, but
yeah.
How was today?
Today was good.
good trip.
Yeah, the weather's perfect.
Yeah, the weather really is good, and that rain a couple of days ago, the dust wasn't too bad at all.
The dust was not. I mean, I normally travel like this, and as close as we were and stuff, it's.
This dust is fine.
Yeah, it was nothing.
There's another water hole over here on the road.
Yeah.
Just about maybe a mile, half mile.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're saying another mud hole?
Mud hole.
Yeah.
Let's tell the girls 2 ways you die in the wilderness: you drown, or you get or exposure. Basically, you get too hot or too cold. That's how you die in the wilderness.
Where are you going?
I said thirst or exposure.
What about starvation?
It takes a long time to starve. You guys would starve pretty quick. I'd last for years. Like a grizzly bear.
I wouldn't last very long with that Oreos. Austin, you bring your sleeping bag?
You always pack it.
No, it's not. You're a big boy. Did you get it?
Don't worry, Austin, I have an extra. I actually have 2 extras.
You're supposed to hold out a little bit longer. That would.
It's right next to the water. You grabbed that, right?
No.
No water?
The bad news is, in exchange for the sleeping bag, you guys have to sleep on his cot in the Pinsgauer, and he's going to go sleep on your queen-size bed in your truck.
How is it you got to eat if you didn't remember to take anything?
Loading stuff while Dad was having a conversation with Mom.
Yeah. My favorite trip with Mark was when he and Ray were sharing a tent, and they forgot the tent poles.
Oh, no.
There's a story.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the story.
There's another water hole over here on the road.
Yeah.
Just about maybe a mile, half mile.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're saying another mud hole?
Mud hole.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Mike, for the.
I'll tell you, let's put it on top of my truck and.
There you go.
Peter was sitting there telling me, warning me left and right, and I was ignoring him.
I'm like, I thought you wheeled with Mike. Mike was right down the middle.
He really did. He was like, it's going to come out 20 feet and get you.
Yeah. Mike, there was a camera over there.